They used to be inside the track, and now they've moved back behind the track, behind some fencing as well. And they have brand new lighting system that we are told will be a marked improvement over last year's lighting system. The system that they have had in the past here at Jim Finks Field has always been, well, if you watch baseball, think of Wrigley Field. Whenever you see the lighting at Wrigley Field, it's always, the pitcher is always in shadow. It's kind of strange how they do it. The lights are in the forefront. And that was kind of how it was here at Salem. There were portions of the field under the previous lighting system that were just in shadow all the time. And it was tough to see if you were in a particular spot in the grandstand, or for that matter on the field. But these new lights are LED, and they have repaired all that, and this one should be an outstanding introduction tonight to high school football here to the new setup at Salem. By the way, starting about a half an hour later than we usually do because of, they scheduled it this way anyway, and I don't know for sure. I can surmise there were a couple of reasons they did that. It's because this is, like I said, the annual Shrine game. And there are gentlemen and ladies walking around in fezzes all over the place as all the proceeds, I believe, from the gate tonight go to the Shriners and all the outstanding work that they do for young children and young and old children over in St. Louis, the Shriners Hospital. So an outstanding, just a really nice way to celebrate the return of football. And this is the return of this rivalry. This rivalry has gone for years and years and years. Most recently played in 2019. Of course, it was scheduled for here last year, but everything moved back thanks to the pandemic and the quarantine and stuff. But it is back in action tonight. The most recent winners were the Salem Wildcats back in 2019, part of their 7-2 playoff run, 7-2 regular season playoff run that the Wildcats enjoyed back in 2019. They defeated these Centralia Orphans back then 21-13, and they would dearly love to be able to do that again tonight. Should be a really good ball game. Two well-matched squads. A little bit less experience on the Salem Wildcat side. If you're looking at the quarterback spot, Samuel Green getting the start tonight. He's a sophomore. He's coach's son, and he wears number 9. He's 5'10", 160 pounds. But we were watching in the pregame. And boy, he's got the look. I tell you what, he looks like he can throw the ball. He's puts a good amount of air under it, and very accurate. So the fans here in Salem looking forward to watching Samuel Green toss it around the field. But the thing is, when he's not throwing it around the field, he'll be handing the football off to Big Braden Smith, 205-pound running back, 5'10", 205 pounds. And Braden is a mule. I tell you what, he picks them up, puts them down, and he can break tackles. A lot of fun to watch as they are replacing Keaton Mitchell from last season. Of course, Keaton had an outstanding career here at Salem, and they had to replace him, had to replace Quentin Purcell from quarterback last year. Just most of the had to replace Donovan Williams, the wide receiver. Most of the skill positions from Salem graduating this season. So that's where some of the inexperience is. However, if you look at the line, the offensive line has some pretty good experience coming back. So the Wildcats, you give a little bit here, you take a little bit there, and that's kind of, that's how high school football works. You get all kinds of different combinations as you have to adapt to your personnel. Of course, like I said, we're starting at half an hour later here than most other schools tonight. There are a few schools starting at 7:30. Here we're starting at 7:30. Most schools have started at 7. And I do have a score. I know that the Fairfield Mules lead the El Dorado Eagles down in El Dorado 8-0. Next week, we will have 2 games for you here on Wabash Catch TV. Next Friday night, September 3rd, we'll be here for the Salem Wildcats ball game. They are taking on, I've got it in front of me, and I just didn't look at it. They are taking on the Alton Marquette Warriors next Friday night, also a non-conference battle. And Alton Marquette knocked off Salem this spring. And we'll also be in Fairfield next Friday night as they are hosting the Cesar Valier Red Devils. So should be a ton of fun the next Friday night. There's going to be a ton of fun here tonight. Also, the Wildcats coach Kevin Green having to replace some special teams work, as Quentin Purcell was the kicker and also the place kicker, as well as the field goal kicker for the Salem Wildcats. We're going to have our national anthem here in a moment, and then the Wildcats will be running onto the field to get the season started here in 2021. Should be just a ton of fun. The strong play so the weak can walk. So that's the Shrine Game theme. That's a nice deal. The real battle is fought off the field. That's what the T-shirts all say. The Shrine has sold T-shirts for tonight's game, and everybody fired up. And here come the Wildcats. Big man Blaine Phillips bringing the flag out for the American flag out for the Cats, and with the Salem flag, of course, it's Micah Slater. Those are a couple of the big men who are going to be seeing a ton of action. Slater and Phillips. Phillips sees a lot of work defensively. That's one of the things Coach Green tries to do. He tries to have only, at least on the line, have his linemen only go one direction, and that's an important part of the Wildcats game. The band getting ready, and we will have our national anthem and a moment of silence.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of our national anthem by the Salem Community High School Marching Wildcats under the direction of Mr. John Randolph and Drum Major Bryn Metcalf.
Fine job by the marching Wildcats for tonight's national anthem. Give you a little bit of a heads up. Like I said, the Centralia Orphans went 3-2 over the spring season last year. That included a whopping win over the Belleville Althoff, 36-7. Then they knocked off Carbondale 36-28. Then they had to play with COVID last spring. You got the opportunity to, whenever the team that you were supposed to play had problems or forfeited, you were able to swap around schedules. And they played Althoff again on April 2nd, defeated them 49-14. Fell to Cahokia 50-7, and then finished their season a week early, falling to Marion by a score of 42-24. For the Wildcats, we'll get the football first. The Wildcats last season, like I said, finished 3-3, and they had opened with a win over Mount Vernon, 21-6. We were here for that. Lost to Alton Marquette, lost to Columbia, defeated Breeze Central in a wonderful football game here, 13-12, and then fell to Freeburg. Defeated Wood River East Alton for another game that we were here, 44-20. So we are just about ready to get underway. Kicking it off for Centralia is Will Graham, and he boots it deep. It's going to be gathered inside the 10-yard line, coming straight up the gut with some good movement now to the 29-yard line. Braden Smith on the return. And the Wildcats will get the first opportunity tonight to see what their offense can do. Lights taking their time to take effect. I'm certain when they do take effect, the lights are on, but I'm certain when they take effect, it will be everything as advertised. Like I said, quarterback is Samuel Green. He'll be in the shotgun. He's got Braden Smith behind him. Kinky split out wide to the left. That's Jacob Kinky, and in motion is Caden B. High snap gathered by Green, and that screwed up the whole timing. He's going to have to fall forward. He's going to lose a couple of yards, but he was pretty fortunate to bring that one down, as everybody's a little bit excited. That's you talk linemen, you talk all over the place. Everybody's a little excited. I believe that's Brad Nepotter at the center position, snapping that just a little hot.
24-yard line.
Smith in the backfield along with Caden Harris. Sets down the team and now takes a look at the sideline for the play call. Kinky looking for the call himself. They're out of time, and that's going to be a delay of game, or unless they got a timeout called. That would be a delay of game penalty. So a little bit of uneasiness here on this first drive of the season for the Salem Wildcats. They'll be looking at second and 17. Need to get all the way out to the 37 for a first down. Football just behind the 20. Still take your time, run your plays. Handoff goes to Caden Harris, and he breaks a tackle. He'll pick up about 5. Brought down by a host of Centralia orphans, including Jackus Brown as well as Eli Shaw. Coach Brad Gouway for the Centralia orphans, bringing his squad in here, and having them 3-2 last year. The orphans in their white jerseys with red striping, red football pants, and red helmets with numerals on them. I love those helmets. Those are good-looking helmets. Back into the shotgun on 3rd down and 12. Heads Green. I knew I was going to call him his brother's name. And he slips, and he'll go down as it did rain here. About an hour and a half before game time. Pretty solid rain, no lightning. But the field may be just a little bit slick still. A loss on the play of about 5, and that'll bring out the punt unit. Caden B heading back to kick. Back deep for Centralia is Camden Newcomb. Is that a 5 or a 6? Good snap. The boot is away. It's pretty high. And it'll bounce at the 48-yard line. Takes a Centralia bounce across midfield. So great field position to start for the orphans. Camden Newcomb never had to make a step to that football. Punt went about 30 yards. And with 9.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter, the Centralia Orphans will have their first opportunity. Carson Green, quarterback for the Orphans. High snap, he hands it to the first man through. Nice movement there for Amir Johnson, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards. It's Amir Johnson along with Caleb Wright in the backfield. Johnson listed at 5'7", 155 pounds. Looks maybe a little taller than that, but not much. Also Camden Newcomb out there as part of the backfield package. Two wide receivers split out wide to the left. They are David Tabor along with Jacob Brooks. Gain of 5, make it 6 on the play. Need the 40-yard line for a first down. Screen pass out to the left. Good move by David Tabor. And he'll be knocked backwards. Looked like he was going to be able to get a little bit more than that. But hustling over there and making the hit was Braden Smith.
No gate on the play.
So that'll bring up third down and 4 at the 44-yard line. Both teams in a bit of a spread with two receivers out wide to the right. This is the kind of positioning where you would think that they might try to run a one-hut special or something like that. The double hut, see if they can't get the Salem Wildcats to jump and pick up a free first down on 3rd and 4. High snap, brought down, throw down to the left sideline. He's got a man deep, but he overthrows, intended for Camden Newcomb. The throw from Green just a little bit long, and with 4th and 4, will Centralia go for it in the Salem side of the field? No, it looks like they're bringing out the punt unit. Beginning to see shadows on the field from the lights as they are beginning to take a little bit of effect as the sun goes down over the back of the trees on the west side. Back deep is Jacob Kenke. The boot is away from Will Graham, and it's going to roll into the end zone for a touchback. So the Wildcats will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Oh, that's a heck of a kick. It's a 44-yard punt. You always wonder when you look at the other team's roster, very seldom in Southern Illinois do you see folks listed as kicker only, not doing anything else. But that's what Will Graham is listed, number 12. And he's been pretty effective inside the 10-yard line on the kickoff and inside he put that punt 44 yards. That's a sign of a pretty solid special teams. So Salem comes in from the sideline with the play ready to go. Caden B in the pistol now. And he'll take the direct snap, heads cut right up the gut. He's going to pick up about 3, maybe 3.5. And
Caden B, the ball carrier.
The Wildcat gives the Wildcats 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 6, a long 6.
4 yards on the carry.
Back to the quarterback position. Heads Samuel Green.
24-yard line.
He's got Braden Smith behind him. Kenke out to the left. B to the right. Good snap. Rolls to his right. Throws it that direction. A little bit over the head of the intended receiver, Caden Harris. And Harris had room. Had that been a little bit lower, he could have done some business with that. Wind is pretty strong in the Wildcats' faces. Coming from, well, it keeps turning a little bit. Right now it's coming from the southeast, which in this area is never a good idea. But it is in the faces of the Wildcats as they try to head from north to south. 3rd down and 6. Gervais Mays comes into the football game as B splits wide out to the left. Big 4-3 front for Centralia. The throw down the left sideline is picked off. It was intended for Mays. And the interception taken away by one of the Myers, I believe. 6. Marzil Marshall. Far side of the field, I didn't get a good look. Either way, it's a turnover and gives Centralia the first down at the 46-yard line of the Wildcats. 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. First turnover of the game. Back into the shotgun goes Carson Green, hands it to the first man, and nice room up the middle for Caleb Wright. He's going to have first down yardage up to the 36-yard line. Gain on the play of about 10, maybe 12. Maybe 11. Give him 11. So first and 10 at the Salem 35, and no huddle for the Orphans. They get a look at the Salem defense, 4 men front, 3 linebackers. Hand off to the left, heads Amir Johnson. He's got a little bit of room, and he'll be brought down by Caden Harris. Pick up on the play of about 4, so that'll make it second down and 6 for the Orphans. Clock on the move. Man split out wide to the left. Handoff goes straight up the gut. A lot of room there. And cutting to the outside, Amir Johnson's going to pick up the first down. And he'll have it inside the 25-yard line to about the 22 of the Wildcats. Amir Johnson looking tough early here in this Shrine game in Salem.
15-yard carry. First and 10 for Centralia. On the Wildcat.
First and 10 at the 22. For Centralia. Taking his time. Carson Green looks at the sideline. Didn't like what he saw up front. Changes the play. Everybody looks at their wristband. Make sure they know what they're doing. Hands it again to Amir Johnson. He's got a lot of room to the right side. And he's going to be met at the 25-yard line, but a pickup of about 8. Again, Caden Harris with the tackle, but boy, the defensive line having issues right now with that big front of the Centralia Orphans. Tavis Parsons listed at 6'5", 305. Colton Perchez listed at 5'10", 255. That is a big, big line. One man split wide left. 2 to the right, handoff again to Johnson. Gets hit at the line, bounces out. He's cutting toward the coast, and he's got a touchdown. Touchdown, Centralia with 4:53 to go here in the first quarter. The Orphans jump out on top. On a 15-yard scamper from Amir Johnson. They will attempt the extra point. The kick is up long enough, and it is good. So, with 4:53 to go here in the first quarter, Centralia takes a 7-0 lead. Back after this.
We like technology at Marion County Savings Bank. Here's what you can accomplish in our mobile banking app in less than 30 seconds. See account balances in your transactions, set up an account alert, make a transfer between accounts, get an alert text message about your transfer, pay a bill, turn your debit card off and then back on. It all happens in the palm of your hand with our free My Bank to Go app. Search My Bank to Go in the App Store or Google Play and give mobile banking a try. Marion County Savings Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
So here come the Wildcats for their second possession. Check that, third possession of the football game. B is deep, along with Braden Smith. Graham set to kick it away. You never know what you'll see in these early season non-conference matchups. Might see an onside kick at some point. The boot is up and high, though, and Smith will have it at the 5-yard line. cut straight up the gut. He's going to go right through, and he'll be dropped at about the 33, 34-yard line. I tell you what, both of those kickoffs by the Centralia Orphans are almost your textbook examples of out-kicking your coverage, because Braden Smith has come through both times with a big head of speed. The first time he took the kickoff, he returned it 19 to the 29-yard line. This time, he returned it 28 yards to the 33. It's good to have a long kicker, but if you're going against a good return team, you want to make sure your coverage team is there as well. Looks like Samuel Green's going to go under center now on 1st and 10 at the 33. Handoff goes to Smith, and he'll pick up about 4. Both the series that the Wildcats have had here so far, they've run on first down and thrown on second down. But this time, they got a little bit better first down play, picking up 4 yards. They may want to run again. Change things up a little bit. Caden Harris in the backfield along with Smith. As again under center goes Green. Handoff goes to Harris, follows his blockers. He's going to get to the 40 and across the 40 to about the 41. Picks up another 3 or 4. It'll be third down and a long 2 for the Wildcats to keep this drive moving. First 2 possessions, they really self-inflicted wounds for Salem with the penalty to start not the penalty, they had the bad snap to start the game, and then the penalty after that on the first possession. And of course, the long interception, acting kind of like a punt, setting Centralia up with great field position for their second possession, which they took advantage of to score. Quarterback keeper, and on the run, he's going to have the first down. Check that Wildcat keeper, as that was Caden B set up in the quarterback spot. And he just takes it and runs forward for the first down, Salem. 1st and 10 at the 46 for the Wildcats. And while they are facing a pretty tough wind, you might just keep it on the ground for a while, especially when you've got a young quarterback. B again in the backfield. Low snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to try the right side. Gets hit in the hole, but bounces forward for another 5 yards. Boy, he was hit and stood up by Jekis Brown, but he was able to get away for about 5 yards. Across midfield, first time the Wildcats have been there, and they are looking to keep this one moving, and I really think maybe they're trying to lull, you never know. Might be trying to lull Centralia to sleep by keeping it on the ground, but it's a good idea with that breeze. 2nd and long 5. Back to the quarterback spot goes Samuel Green. Resets Braden Smith. He's got Caden Harris behind him. High snap, oh, that's trouble. And it's still loose. It's still loose. And that's going to be Centralia football. Bryson Quinn had an opportunity to fall on it, and he went to his knees, and the ball didn't go with him. Let's see if he was able to get on it. Nope. High snap burns the Wildcats again. This time for a little bit more than the last time. And with 1:57 to go in the first quarter, Centralia's in business. Boy, oh boy. 1st and 10 at the Salem 38-yard line. At this part on the field, oftentimes you'll see a team try the deep shot right away. We'll see if Coach Goulet has that in mind. Carson Green at the quarterback spot. He's got a good arm. Sets a man in motion. Throws it for the wheel. Look for the wheel route. Is not going to throw that direction. He's going to keep it. He's got some room on the left side. He's going to get out of bounds near a first down. Chased out by Blaine Phillips. But I think he got the first down. Needed the 28-yard line to see where they set it. Yeah, it looks like he got it. Going to put it around the 27-yard line. So, yeah, well defended. Good coverage over there on the left-hand side. Or the defensive right, but the secondary coverage of the linebackers wasn't there to keep Carson Green in the backfield. 1:45 to go, clock on the move. High snap, handoff goes to Caleb Wright, and he may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't look like he did.
Stopped by Wildcat number 52, Caleb Smith.
Nice tackle by Caleb Smith, big number 52. Sophomore out there for the Wildcats. Good to see sophomores getting some playing time. Micah Slater out there's a senior on the defensive line. Along with Blaine Phillips out there on the left defensive end.
Second down.
Offensive left defensive end. He's on the right side of the defense. And Cole Johnson on the left side of the defensive line for the Wildcats. Handoff goes to Amir Johnson, and he is going to be caught and brought down by Caden B. Speed on speed right there. B caught him at the 26. So that's going to create a good long third down for Centralia. It'll be third down and about 8. Pickup of maybe 3 on the play. And the Orphans may run 1 or 2 more plays this quarter. I'm reminded the play clock has gone to 40 seconds between plays. Or 35. It's 40, right? 25 after a stoppage. Back to throw, looking to his left. The throw down deep is intended. Oh, and it's caught. It was intended for Darrell Jones, and he makes a great catch inside the 5. They needed 8. They got a bunch more. And the Wildcats did not get nearly enough rush on Carson Green. He had plenty of time back there. 4.9 seconds to go in the quarter. Clock is rolling. Will they get the play off? No, they will not. So, they did get it off. So touchdown, Centralia. I didn't think they were going to get it off. And boy, the sideline is livid for Salem. As the officials are going to go talk about it, whether they got the playoff or not. I didn't think they did, but they did. Touchdown, Centralia. 4-yard plunge. Is that Johnson? Amir Johnson. Graham comes in to kick the extra point. And on the last play of the quarter, the Centralia Orphans take the lead, 14-0. We'll be back after this word.
At your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville, you can count on experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, the Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville carry a large inventory of Napa products for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced associates understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa Know-How at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville.
If you're looking for a loan for your brand new home, call Clay County State Bank. If you want to transfer money so your future will look sunny, call Clay County State Bank.
We got checking and savings and bill pay too.
An online bank, just ask our crew. For all your banking needs, we think you will agree.
Clay County State Bank is the place you need to be.
Clay County State Bank.
So welcome back here to Salem. Tough end of the first quarter there, as I do have an updated score from El Dorado. Fairfield Mules already have outscored their team last year in the El Dorado game. Last year they defeated El Dorado 17-0. Halfway through the second quarter, they lead the Eagles 22-0. Here after one, it is Centralia 14, Salem 0. As Graham gets ready to kick it off again. This one goes deep, and it's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Boy, there's a lot of discussion up here in the booth as to whether they whether they got the playoff. They did, since the official. That's how the officials saw it. So that's how it will stand. But there was some consternation and confusion up here, I'll tell you. Salem will get it at their own 20-yard line. And now they have the wind at their backs. Not quite as strong as it was in the first quarter, but still they have the wind. As Samuel Green will set up in a shotgun. Hope they worked on the snap over on the sideline during the defensive effort, because there have been 2 bad ones in that first quarter. Oh, that was hot too. Handoff straight up the gut. Look at Braden Smith go. Knocks his own blocker over, and he's going to pick up 20 yards. Braden Smith with a 20-yard dive straight up the gut. Ran right up the tail of his own blocker. I believe that was Blaine Phillips he hit downfield. Phillips about 10 yards downfield.
First and 10 for the Wildcats. Ball on their own 40-yard line.
They ran him over. Said, get out of my way. Okay. Good. Best play of the night so far for Salem. And again, a high snap. Handoff is going to throws the high snap, just throws all the timing off. The handoff to Bryson Quinn about a step late, and that means a loss of about 3 yards. Kind of fortunate not to have lost more yardage than that, but Bill, you and I, doesn't have a microphone, but we've seen some bad snapping and how it affects a game, and there are going to have to be some discussions at halftime and some practices at halftime, because that is too hot. Or you put your quarterback under center. That's what Samuel Green's doing now. That drops back, throws to his right. It is completed through the hands and then caught by Caden B. What a huge play. It's going to be a pickup of 23 yards through the hands of the intended receiver. I believe it was Jermaine Mace. And right at Caden B. How about that? Picks up the first down into Centralia territory. And that is the fortunate bounce that the Wildcats needed to get them going. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 40 of Centralia.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Ball in the Orphan 40-yard line.
Back into the shotgun goes Green. Fakes the handoff, throws to his left. A little bit high for Braden Smith. And it's incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Not only are the players slipping, the white hat referee just fell on his keister. So might be a slick field out there. Little first game jitters, I think, all the way throughout this Salem offense, as everybody's putting just a little bit too much oomph into their snaps and passes. Samuel Green's overthrown a couple of guys. Caden B goes into the Wildcat. Green out wide to the right. 2 receivers to the left. High snap, grabbed by B. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he had to concentrate on gathering the snap. Brett Niepotter is fired up. And that's going to bring in a new offensive line. Looking at 3rd and 10 with 9:40 to go. Now they're coming back. That's one of the good things about the Salem offense. Yeah, got some flexibility. Back to the quarterback spot goes Green. He's got 2 men split out each direction. Actually, 2 to the left. Trips to the right. Kenke along with B and Mays, and they're going to have to call timeout again. Yeah, they will call their first timeout as they could not get the playoff. Salem calls timeout. We'll take one as well. Centralia leads it here early, 14-0. Back after these.
Tomorrow, some fear the uncertainty it brings. Some trust the promise it holds. At Grinnell Mutual, we are always looking forward to tomorrow, growing and innovating. So even if the plans you have for the future aren't the same as the plans that the future holds for you, you can be ready. Because we'll be ready, like we have been for over 100 years. Trust in that. Trust in tomorrow. Talk to your mutual agent today.
Your local agent is on the square. Louisville, Clay County Farmers Mutual Insurance. McGriff Triplet Funeral Homes is family-owned and operated, serving several counties. Arrangements for yourself or loved ones can be made at our offices in Louisville and Kinmundy, or in the comfort of your own home. Pre-planning options help protect you from inflation and future unforeseen costs. We offer the highest quality of products for every price range. Visit us online at mcgriffandtripletfh.com to find out more.
And welcome back here to Jim Finks Field at Salem High School, home of the Wildcats. Salem looking at 3rd and 10, throw the screen over the middle to B. B's got some room. He cuts through the middle. He's to the 20. One man to beat. Touchdown, Salem! A 40-yard catch run on the screen over the middle. And I tell you what, that's what the doctor ordered there for sure. With 9:04 to go here in the first half, Salem gets on the board, and they trail 14-6 as they'll attempt the extra point. Coming out there to hold for kicker will be Connor Tennyson. Should be Jacob Kinke coming over to hold for him. It will be, as the Wildcats get on the board and look to add to their total. Good snap, kick is up, and it is good. So, Salem back in the game. 9:04 to go here in the first half on a 40-yard screen pass to Caden B. The Wildcats now trail 14-7. Back after this.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
And welcome back to Jim Finks Field here in Salem. Wildcats getting on the board. And it reinforces one of the keys to the success of the Wildcat offense. Those last two plays of the last two successful plays of that series, get the ball to Caden B. They got it to him through the hands of Mays. Picked up 20 and then got it to him on the screen and picked up 40 for the touchdown. Boy, that ball goes deep. There's nobody back there to gather it. They've got to pick it up inside the 5. Oh, that is huge trouble for Centralia. They're making a good move. They're not going to get much past the 15, though, as boy, Centralia botched that kickoff return. And there is an injured Wildcat down on the field. That looks to be Bryson Quinn. He made a swat at the kick returner. I believe that was Jacob Brooks on the return. And Quinn is injured out there, and he's being attended to. But yeah, that's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Once that kick got past the second line, the third line of Centralia receivers, they didn't go get the football. Nobody thought, hey, that's a live ball. But on a kick, it's not like a punt. On a kickoff, that ball is live wherever it is. Whereas on a punt, the receiving team has to make a touch before it goes live. But not in this case, as everybody's taking a look at Quinn. He had to make a pretty hard turn as he had to make a pretty hard turn as Brooks was trying to run from right to left, or left to right. He ended up getting out to about the 11-yard line, but it could have been much, much worse for the Orphans. And that's, of course, what the Wildcats were hoping for. It's a good opportunity for the Wildcats right now for the defense of Salem. They need to keep the Orphans' offense back inside the 20-yard line, inside the 25-yard line, and get the football in good position. Because we know the Centralia's got a pretty good punter as Quinn comes off very, very gingerly. Well, you know, that's the trouble with high school football. It's going to be a next man up type of situation. And Quinn now being helped off the field even more. He tried to walk a little bit on that right leg. And wisely baby steps to help bring him off the field. As now he's going to be carried off by his teammates. .8:57 to go here in this first half. Salem has already committed 2 turnovers and a few more close to turnovers as well. Kind of fortunate, actually, if you're looking back at the first 15, 16 minutes of the half, for the Wildcats to only be down by 7 with an interception and a fumble and some snaps that went awry. They are flirting. They were flirting with a lot of trouble. So here come the Orphans. Carson Green at the quarterback spot. Handoff goes over the left side, and not a lot of room, but it could be a couple of yards there for Amir Johnson. Gets out to around the 14-yard line. Give him more than I thought. He's going to pick up about 4.5, maybe 4. All right, they're moving the stick back a little bit. That makes more sense. Johnson, the lone back in the backfield with Carson Green. He's got Camden Newcomb split out wide to the left. And a wingback with him. Handoff again to Johnson. Tries the left side. Makes a nice cut. He's going to be very close to the first down. I think he's going to be a little short. Got near the 20-yard line, needed the 21, but that'll bring up a 3rd down. Oh, they gave him a pretty good spot. Wow. He might have the first down. He does have the first down. All right. So 1st and 10 for Centralia.
1st and 10 for Centralia.
Johnson in the backfield along with the quarterback, Carson Green. Tough snap. Green looks to throw to his left. He's throwing it deep downfield and just a little bit too far for Camden Newcomb. Newcomb working against Kenke. Got a step on him, but that's the second time they've gone for that pass down the left side. And neither time it has worked, as it's been an overthrow both times. Salem doing some subbing of their defensive line. Looked like Ethan Heaston was getting a little perturbed out there, and they're bringing him out to maybe calm down a little bit. Handoff again to Johnson, tries the left side, cuts back against the grain, and he's going to pick up, give him across the 25-yard line. Picks up about 4, and it'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Orphans. 7.5 to go in this first half. 3rd down and 4, pardon me. First down was that throw. So 3rd down and 6. Third down and 6 for the Orphans. It's my first game in 4 months too, Bill. Split backfield behind for Carson Green this time. He rolls to his right. Got a little room out there, throws it downfield. It's going to fall incomplete. Intended again for Newcomb. And probably a punting situation now for the Orphans on 4th down and 6. Football is sitting right at the 25-yard line. And judging from Will Graham's leg the first time, 40-yard line is probably about where Jacob Kenke needs to stand. Good snap, punt is away. Going to be a little shorter than that. He drives him back though, bounces at the 42. And it's going to keep rolling inside the 30 to the 26-yard line. So 6:49 to go here in the first half. It'll be Salem football at their own 26-yard line. Trailing by 7, 14-7. Plenty of time. They've used one timeout. Relatively, well, not as warm night as we were expecting. The rain came through here a little while ago, about an hour and a half before game time. And cooled things off nicely. And, of course, that's a relative term. When I say cool things off, still about 80 degrees. And you can see the air. .6:49 to go here in the half. 1st and 10 for Salem at their own 26-yard line. Wide spread for the Wildcats. 2 men split wide to the right, one to the left. Hand off to Smith right up the gut, and boy, they were keying on him. As he didn't get back to the line of scrimmage, it's going to be a loss of about 2 on the play for the Wildcats. As the front line, even having just been burned by a screen pass, still charging with all their might. If they do that again, you might think about that screen pass again, because they were in the backfield quick. 2nd and 12 from the 24 for Salem. Smith a single back with Green. Kenke and B out to the right. He looks that direction, throws it intended for Kenke, gathered at the 30. He's going to pick up about 8 to around the 33-yard line, and that will bring up a 3rd down and 3 for the Cats. Good pitch and catch there from Green to Kenke. Mays split out wide to the left along with Kenke this time as he switches sides. 3rd and a long 3. B by himself out to the right. They try to get the Orphans to jump. Nothing doing, say the Centralia Orphans front line. High snap gathered, dropping handoff to Braden Smith, and he's going to have the 1st down across the 35 to the 37-yard line. Nice set of downs there for the Wildcats as they are the start of what's hopefully for them a methodical drive downfield. Checking back into the game, Caden Harris replaces Braden Smith. Harris, a 5'11", 195-pound senior. Smith, also a senior. A little bit bigger, 5'10", 205. Also at the wingback spot is Cole Johnson. Haven't called his name yet tonight. Hand off to Keaton Harris. He makes a nice move up the middle. A lot of room. Cuts to his right. He's to the 40, the 35, and he's going to outrun the Orphans for a touchdown. Touchdown, Salem. 62-yard run for Caden Harris. How about that? A huge run for the senior from Salem. And they're a point away from tying this game. They needed that. 4:41 to go in the half. Set out there to kick is Tennyson. Connor Tennyson, 150-pound sophomore. He's looked good on his kicks tonight.
That's a kick for the Wildcats, number 15, Connor Tennyson.
And when I say his kicks, I watched him in pregame. He has had one kick in game, and it was good. Second one, blocked. So that won't be as good. With 4:41 to go here in the first half, the Centralia Orphans retain their lead. They hold a slim 1-point lead on the Wildcats, and we'll be back for the kickoff after these words.
Going beyond the expected. It's what they do at Pekin Insurance, and it's been their way of doing business since 1921. It's service that goes the extra mile and product that provides the flexibility to meet all of today's insurance needs and tomorrow's as well. Stop by and see the agents at North Wayne Insurance Agency in downtown Flora and Sisney. They will provide the financial protection and peace of mind that you need and deserve. North Wayne Insurance in Pekin, beyond the expected.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
And welcome back, folks. 4:41 to go in the first half. It's a 14-13 Centralia lead. Tennyson's boot is a pooch, gathered at the 37-yard line, and quickly falling on it was 34, 43. I don't have a 43. You're lying to me. 46 I do have. 46 was Landon McDonald. Smart play by Landon McDonald. 5'5", 135-pound freshman. Oh, wait a minute. 5'5", 150-pound sophomore. Made the right move. First and 10 for Centralia at the 40-yard line. They've got Dave and Tabor split out wide to the left side. Two receivers split out wide to the right. And I believe one of them is Cameron Newcomb and Daryl Jones. In the backfield with Carson Green. The handoff, goes to Daryl Jones coming from the left side to the right. He's not going anywhere. Big hit behind the line of scrimmage. Nice job for the Caleb Smith for the Wildcats. The sophomore's having an outstanding evening. He's already got a couple of tackles for loss. And there was a flag on the play anyway, false start. It will be declined. Actually, illegal shift. It was a false start. Wouldn't have had a play. The play will not. The Wildcats will decline it, take the play. Illegal shift or illegal motion. And I think that might have been the man who ended up getting the football, Jones. So, second down and 14. 4.5 to go in the half. Green, pump fake, throws deep. He's got a man. It is caught by Tabor. He heads down the sideline inside the 30-yard line. And what an answer, as it's going to be a gain of 39 yards all the way to the 26-yard line of Salem. Boy, you have something good happen, and then you turn around and something not so good. So the Orphans in business at the 26-yard line of Salem. Green takes a look to the sideline, trying to get the play call. Right back in the backfield with him. Gets the handoff. Has a lot of room on the left side. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another. He's down inside the 10, inside the 5, just at the 5-yard line. What an outstanding run. 21 yards there for Caleb Wright. And that's what Coach Gouet is doing, trying to get the fresh legs out there. As Johnson has been on the sideline this drive.
With
3:45 to go in the half. The Orphans knocking on the door. Handoff again. Oh, fake handoff on the keeper. It's going to be a touchdown. Touchdown for Carson Green.
Carson Green,
5-yard keeper.
Orphans.
And with 3:35 to go in the half, it's a 20-13 lead. And a chance to go to 21. They came downfield in just over a minute, 1:06.
Centralia, number 12, Will Graham.
Kick is up and in Jefferson County. That thing went a long, long way. Graham's kick is good. And with 3:35 to go in the first half, Centralia leads Salem 21-13. Back after this.
Come to Pagel's Silver Dollar Lanes, Monday through Sunday, to bowl, play pool, throw darts, have a drink at our full bar, try your luck on the machines, have a bite to eat, or take the kids to the arcade. If it's fun, it's at Pagel's Silver Dollar Lanes on Banker Street in Effingham. See you there.
So, the Wildcat defense giving up the long, long play, 39-yard pass, and then 21-yard run. And that was about a four-play drive for Centralia. And after that loss on the first one, the Centralia Orphans kicked it into gear. Graham's kick is going to drive Smith all the way back to the goal line and into the end zone. No returning in high school, a kick in the end zone makes your decision easy. And with 3:35 to go here in the first half,
Will Graham, 65-yard.
it is 21-13. By the way, that was against the wind, against a pretty good wind, about 8 miles an hour, 89 miles an hour, 8 or 9 miles an hour, and if not more than that, that was, ladies and gentlemen, Will Graham can kick the football. How old is he? He is a junior. So the Wildcats will see him again next year. What a weapon for your special teams to have an outstanding kicker. 2 timeouts remaining for Salem. 3:35 to go. They have 80 yards to get into the end zone. And it is Samuel Green looking for the snap. Gets a good snap. Handoff goes to Harris. He's got room on the left side. Cuts back and still on his feet. A second opportunity being made to tackle him for a couple of Orphans, but he's going to have a first down and a gain of 11 yards. How about that? He ran into Cam Tomljanovich over there on the left-hand side, and Tomljanovich thought he had him, number 85 for Centralia. And no, sir, said Harris. First and 10 for the Wildcats. 2 men split out wide to the right, 2 to the left. A man in the backfield is Braden Smith. They fake the handoff to him. Keeper will be Green, and he's not going anywhere. Dropped by Tavis Parsekis along with Jonathan Coriel. Salem letting the clock move. They may be willing to go into the locker room down by 8. See if they crank it up with a throw here on 2nd and 10. That's a lot of pressure for a sophomore quarterback. 2 receivers split out each way. Pump fake to the left, rolls to his right. He's under pressure, in some trouble. Shoved out of bounds. Nice job running him down by a couple of the big uglies for Centralia. Jackus Brown along with Eli Shaw.
Sam Green on the carry.
And getting out of bounds, that will stop the clock. No, he didn't make it out of bounds. So the clock continues to run. And a loss of 3 on the play. Now I suspect the Wildcats will let it roll all the way down. They're not leaving the huddle till there's 15 seconds left. I'm kind of surprised Brad Gouet from Centralia has not decided to take a timeout. Give his team more time. He's got 3 timeouts remaining. Trips left, 1 to the right. That's B to the right. They pump and go. There he goes deep. And it is incomplete over the head of
Passes incomplete to number 2,
Caden B. Great defense out there by David Tabor, along with Camden Newcomb. Tabor just basically got in front of B and slowed down. B didn't have anywhere to go other than the sideline or be short of the catch. Nice play. So the Orphans will get it back with 1 minute and change and 3 timeouts. As back deep to receive the punt is Camden Newcomb. A little bit of confusion in the punt coverage team for Salem. Now they've got it worked out. Low snap, gathered, and a big kick from Caden B. Bounces at the 27-yard line, keeps rolling. It's going to die at around the Centralia 19-yard line. That's a good kick. Kick of the night for B. That's going to be 53 yards on that punt. Think that wind doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen? That wind does matter. I was going to look and see how fast the weather service says that's going, as the Orphans get their offense out on the field. Amazing thing with these little computer devices. You can find out what the weather is in addition to just looking outside. First and 10 at the 19 for Centralia. 6 miles an hour is what that says, but that's wrong. Screen, bubble screen out to the left side. Catches made by Jacob Brooks, and he's got a lot of room, and he's going to get shoved out of bounds outside the 40-yard line, but I believe it's coming back. Saw a block made over there by Daryl Jones, and then holding his hands up as the yellow tissue came flying right at him. I think he hit somebody in the back. We'll see what the exact call is. It's going to be against Centralia. Holding. Well, they're calling holding. And from the spot of the foul, spot was the 23. That'll move it back 10 yards to about the 13-yard line. It'll remain first down, but with under a minute to go. It's a long way to go for the Orphans. Caleb Wright steps out of the ball game. And Amir Johnson checks back in. Clock is stopped following the penalty and the runner being knocked out of bounds. Carson Green ready to go. His Orphans lead by 8, 21-13. Orphans in their white jerseys, red pants. Salem in their green on green. Screen out to the right side. Daryl Jones on the catch. He's got a little bit of room. He's not going to get that far as he's shoved out of bounds. Oh, at about the 16-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain. And that will make it second down and right at 13 yards. Clock stops since he went out of bounds. I'm kind of surprised they're not throwing deep with those 3 timeouts in their pocket. 3 deep as opposed to a screen over and over. Defensive coach going crazy, trying to get fellows to come over to the defensive right. Trips to the left side of the offense. Handoff goes that direction. Amir Johnson, and he's brought down nicely. Again, the sophomore. Caleb Smith gathers him in the backfield and drops him. With 36 seconds to go, it'll be third and very long for Centralia. They will take a timeout, as we will too, with the score 21-13. Centralia, 36 seconds to go in the half. Back right after this message.
You can trust what you mean, and so, and strings. hot lunch, fresh sheets, and salt, and strings. Slice it up, salt up, grind it up right. Want to supply your dinner tonight. You can't trust what you meet. Add salt and strings. Eat.
Welcome back here to Jim Fink's Field on the campus of Salem High School. Of course, Hall of Famer, Pro Football Hall of Famer Jim Finks. As the architect of the Bears 1985 Super Bowl, 85-86 Super Bowl champion team. So third down and long for Centralia. Green in the shotgun. Rolls to his right. A lot of room over there. A flag is thrown and it's caught. Don't think it's going to count. I think there was some holding back in the backfield. And a timeout is, well, no, is a timeout taken or something? 24 seconds to go. Some discussion. It was third down at 15. He got to the marker. He'll be holding against Centralia. So, yeah, they're not going anywhere. They'll move the football half the distance to the goal. It'll be inside the 5-yard line. And actually, if you're Coach Green, clock has stopped since he went out of bounds. You see what happens here on third down and a mile. And then you take your last time out, see if you can't force a fumbled punt of some kind. Always the opportunity for some hijinks in high school punting. I don't know why we're holding it up now. They are trying to change the clock to, well, he stopped it. They're working, they were trying to change the play clock to 25 instead of 40. Okay. Want to make sure it's right. Absolutely. I said third and a mile. How about third and 25? The football laying inside the 5-yard line. They need to get out to the 30. Change the time on the clock to 28 seconds as well. Green having a chat with his running back, Caleb Wright. Throws to his right. It is caught out there by David Tabor. A little bit of room up the sideline. He's going to get shoved out of bounds at about the 14. And so it'll be fourth down and about 15 for Centralia with 21 seconds to go. The Wildcats would dearly love to block the kick of Will Graham. He has been unmolested back there the entire game so far. Nobody's really gotten close. Good snap, and the Wildcats set up for the return. Kanke lets it bounce at the 47. That's where it's going to die. Boy, Graham is a good kicker. Holy moly. So with 11.8 seconds to go, the Wildcats will have a chance to chuck it once or twice to the end zone. Get a chance to see how good Samuel Green's arm really is. The sophomore's he's played a pretty solid first half. Has thrown one interception. He's been dealing with snap issues, but admirably. And with the score 21-13, Salem may just take a knee or run the ball. They got two men out to the left, one on the right. Centralia sitting about 30 yards downfield. Will only rush two. And it is the quarterback draw. Outstanding defensive play by Jackus Brown. And the clock will run out. Brown, one of only 2 rushers. He has played outstanding. He's 6'3", 255, and a junior, and he's played a great first half for the Orphans. So we are here at the half now. The Centralia Orphans lead the Salem Wildcats by 8, 21-13. We'll take a short break, and then we'll come back and have halftime statistics and all kinds of things here for you from Jim Finks Field here on the campus of Salem Community High School. You are watching Salem High School football on Wabash Catch TV, and we'll be back right after these words.
Why are more people heating their homes with FS Propane? Because it's better to work with a company that lives and works in the same community that you do. This is Aaron Cummins, your local Clay County FS Propane specialist with South Central FS. South Central is a 9-county cooperative with highly trained employees that are dedicated to providing our residential, commercial, and agricultural customers a safe and reliable propane supply. Contact your local South Central FS Propane specialist or visit us online at southcentralfs.com.
My name is Robin Stanford. I own Stanford Marketing. It's a promotional products business along with an embroidery business. And we do custom hats, t-shirts, anything, you name it, we can make it. People like that we do stuff in-house and we can actually make things here and that we're not contracting the work out to other places. We never say no. We always try to find a way to do it. If anybody can do it, we can do it. We are hardworking women, that is for sure. Come to Stanford Marketing in Flora for all your custom and promotional needs.
Give me all your lumber. Doors, paint, windows, electrical, plumbing, and much more. Oh yeah, give me all your guns too.
John Lucas.
What?
You better be dreaming about all the stuff we sell here at Zink Building Center.
Oh, I would. Zink Building Center in Louisville on Route 45. It's a cool place.
We like technology at Marion County Savings Bank. Here's what you can accomplish in our mobile banking app in less than 30 seconds. See account balances in your transactions, set up an account alert, make a transfer between accounts, get an alert text message about your transfer, pay a bill, turn your debit card off and then back on. It all happens in the palm of your hand with our free My Bank to Go app. Search My Bank to Go in the App Store or Google Play and give mobile banking a try. Marion County Savings Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
At your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville, you can count on experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, the Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville carry a large inventory of Napa products for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced associates understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa Know-How at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville.
If you're looking for a loan for your brand new home, call Clay County State Bank. If you want to transfer money so your future will look sunny, call Clay County State Bank. We got checking and savings and bill pay too.
An online banking, just ask our crew.
For all your banking needs, we think you will agree. Clay County State Bank is the place you need to be. Clay County State Bank.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Jim Finks Field. I really doubt it, Bill. Oh, I'm going to have to pass as they're setting up the halftime activities for the marching Wildcats. The Wildcats trail here at the half by a score of 21-13. Let me take a look at some scores from around the area. In the second quarter, Flora leads Christopher. This is not updated yet. Flora leads Christopher, CZR, 13-6. It is Fairfield over El Dorado, 22-0. At the half, Nashville leads Johnston City 14-6. Johnston City, of course, having to pick up Nashville following the cancellation from Edwards County. that game at Johnston City. In the second quarter, Carmi and Hamilton County tied up at 8 apiece. The Foxes and Carmi have already endured a short weather delay, but they are back at it. In the South Central Conference, Greenville leads Hillsborough at the half, 21-7. A little closer here to Salem. Well, not closer to Salem, but more in their conference. Alton leads Belleville Altoff 14-0. Breeze Central in the first half all over Trenton Westland. That might be the last time those two teams play. 43-0 at halftime. Murfreesboro leads Carbondale 14-0. It is Benton over Carterville in the second quarter. 7-0, Benton and Carterville. That's an outstanding matchup. And I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take a break here and let you folks, well, I'm not taking a commercial break. Let you folks watch and listen to the Salem Marching Wildcats. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the Marching Wildcats. As they're going to, that's a lot of work putting out that the mat out on the field, and they used it nicely. They used it nicely. Let's take a look again. I tell you what, let's do. Take a quick break, and then I'll run down this first half scoring for the Wildcats and the Orphans. And then we'll also maybe check, see if we have any further scores and developments in any of the other games we're watching. But here at the half, it is Centralia leading Salem on Wabash Cats TV, 21-13. Back after this.
Tomorrow, some fear the uncertainty it brings. Some trust the promise it holds. At Grinnell Mutual, we are always looking forward to tomorrow, growing and innovating. So even if the plans you have for the future aren't the same as the plans that the future holds for you, you can be ready. Because we'll be ready, like we have been for over 100 years. Trust in that. Trust in tomorrow. Talk to your mutual agent today.
Your local agent is on the square. Louisville, Clay County Farmers Mutual Insurance. McGriff Triplet Funeral Homes is family-owned and operated, serving several counties. Arrangements for yourself or loved ones can be made at our offices in Louisville and Kinmundy, or in the comfort of your own home. pre-planning options help protect you from inflation and future unforeseen costs. We offer the highest quality of products for every price range. Visit us online at McGriffandTriplettFH.com to find out more.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Going beyond the expected. It's what they do at Pekin Insurance, and it's been their way of doing business since 1921. It's service that goes the extra mile, and product that provides the flexibility to meet all of today's insurance needs and tomorrow's as well. Stop by and see the agents at North Wayne Insurance Agency in downtown Flora and Sisney. They will provide the financial protection and peace of mind that you need and deserve. North Wayne Insurance in Pekin, beyond the expected.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
Come to Pagel's Silver Dollar Lanes, Monday through Sunday, to bowl, play pool, throw darts, have a drink at our full bar, try your luck on the machines, have a bite to eat, or take the kids to the arcade. If it's fun, it's at Pagel's Silver Dollar Lanes on Banker Street in Effingham. See you there.
You can trust what you meet at Salt and Strings. Hot lunch, fresh eats at Salt and Strings. Slice it up, saw it up, grind it up right. Want to supply your dinner tonight. You can trust what you meet at Salt and Strings.
Grade school. Welcome back, folks. The Shriners out on the field talking about the importance of tonight's game. The gentleman giving a chat. Why don't you zoom in on him? Let him. Let's see if people can hear him.
They try to raise money for the Shrine, and they see who can raise the most, the ones from Salem or the ones from Centralia. I'm not sure who won. There's kids helping kids. They give us a check today for $840. Well, I'm not going to say much more. I'm going to introduce our main guest tonight, and he can introduce his ones. Well, right here standing beside of me, this is our Usher potentate for Minot Temple for 2021. Brad Alinger. Thank you, Bob. I want to say hello to all of you, and I appreciate you all being here. Your help to support the greatest philanthropy in the world, Shriners Hospital for Children. Part of your gate proceeds will go to the hospital. And I'd like to thank Centralia Shrine Club, Salem Shrine Club for hosting this and putting all the work in. And the high schools, Salem High School, Centralia, for participating with the teams, coaches. It's a group effort, and that's what we'd like to see. The Shriners do that. We do everything as a group, and we try to get the public involved. We like to see it become a Shriner, but we appreciate you helping any way you can. But You know, I'm probably going to stir something up here, but I drove all the way from Belleville, and I come up here just to see who had the better team. Is Salem? Or is it Centralia? I guess I'm going to have to play the second half to find out. So, thank you all for being here. I appreciate it.
So there you go, folks. The Shriners.
Hey, excuse me. I'd like to introduce a couple of our dive band members.
Hold on a moment.
This is our chief of band, Dave Kaysen. He will be potentate in 2022. We have our chaplain and hospital representative from Mine. He's been around the hospital for years, Carl Hall. I'd like to thank them for coming up with.
So yeah, thanks a lot to the Shriners. They do an outstanding job. They've built a new hospital over in Missouri, St. Louis area, and they just do outstanding work. If you've ever had the opportunity to help or participate with their charities, it's certainly well worth it. Let's go over the scoring here as Centralia leads 21-13 at the half. Centralia, the Orphans opened the scoring on a with 4:53 to go in the first quarter on a 15-yard scamper by Amir Johnson. That was following a long interception from Samuel Green. The Graham kick was good. Well, that's going to get repetitive over the course of the night. Graham's kick was good. That made it 7-0 with 4:53 to go in the quarter. On the final play of the first quarter, the Orphans scored again. Amir Johnson with a 4-yard plunge. It looked like a lot of the Salem players may have thought that the clock had run out, and he just went in against some pressure, but not a lot. 4-yard plunge. The Graham kick was good. That made it 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. Good return by a good return by the Wildcats. However, after that, Caden B scored on a 40-yard screen pass just following the ball slipping through his teammates' fingers, and he picked up 20 yards. So he picked up 20, and then on the next play picked up another 40 for the touchdown. And with 9:04 to go in the second quarter, that cut the lead after Tennyson's extra point. That cut the lead to 14-7. With 4:41 to go in the half, Caden Harris scored on a 62-yard run. Boy, that was a dandy. He got out in front, or he got out beside the secondary. He made one move to his right, and he just put it into another gear. It's like whenever you're trying to pass somebody and you punch down your accelerator and you go into overdrive, or at least back when you used to be able to do that. And he went into another gear, and he sprinted to the end zone the last 40 yards. A 62-yard run. The kick was blocked by Centralia. That made it with 4:41 to go in the half, 14-13 in favor of the Orphans. And then the Orphans, after a pooch kick, did not work probably as well as the Wildcats liked. Orphans moved downfield in 4 plays on a 39-yard pass and then a 21-yard run, finishing the drive on a 5-yard quarterback keeper by Carson Green. The kick was good, and that made the score 21-13 with 3:35 to go in the half. The teams basically traded possessions for the rest of the half, but nobody else able to score. So that's where we sit. It will be Centralia's football when we restart things here in the second half. And let me see if they've got any updated scores from elsewhere. Taking a look. By the way, I'm using areasports.net. Randy Olson down there at Jaggers Doggy Daycare and areasports.net does an outstanding job. He keeps an interactive scoreboard going over the course of the evening, and we do appreciate all his help. Although he needs to update it some, let's put it that way. He's got some second quarter scores. I want third. Come on, Randy, I want third quarter scores. Flora leads Christopher 13-6. Fairfield now over El Dorado 30-0 in the first half. Carmi and Hamilton County tied at 8. Nashville leads Johnston City 14-6. In the LIC, Mount Carmel defeats Red Hill by a forfeit. Red Hill having a COVID forfeit about an hour and a half, 2.5 hours before game time. And actually, the press found out about the forfeit before the team did. That's kind of odd. Newton leads Paris 7-6. That'd be a huge win for the Newton Eagles. In the South Central, Greenville over Hillsborough 28-14. A few other games around Southern Illinois to speak of. Alton leads Belleville Altoff at the half 14-0. Bethalto over Alton Marquette 35-0. Breeze Central over Trenton Westland at the half 50-0. Breeze Mater Dei over Waterloo 13-6. And Benton now over Carterville in the fourth quarter 20-6. Kickoff is away, gathered by an up back, and coming up the right-hand side is Connor Rogers, and he's going to get shoved backwards rudely. Check that out, wasn't Rogers, and he threw a shove out there. That was Jacob Brooks. Did not like the roughhousing on the tackle. It didn't do much to you, Jacob. You might want to settle down a little bit. Either way, it'll be Centralia football at their own 31-yard line. Carson Green, the quarterback. He has Caleb Wright in the backfield with him. Wright a little bit bigger than Amir Johnson, and Amir Johnson played a lot of the first half as the setback. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Handoff goes to Wright. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and not much more. Holding on to the ball very tightly. No turnovers as yet for Centralia. 2 turnovers on the evening so far for the Wildcats, and that kind of the story of the game so far. Those 2 turnovers have been very, very big.
Second down, 9 to go.
11:24 to go here in the third quarter. It's 21-13 Centralia. Green takes a look at the defense. They're going to let the clock move as much as they can as he throws to the short out. The button hook caught by David Tabor, but he's not picking up much. Maybe a couple. Gets across the 35-yard line. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 right at the 35-yard line. 3rd down and 6. Brooks split out wide to the left along with Jones and Tabor. To the right side, it's Camden Newcomb. Caleb Wright in the backfield with the quarterback Carson Green, and a timeout taken by the Salem Wildcats as they didn't like what the defensive setup looked like against the Orphans there. That is a tough timeout to have to take. With 10:37 to go in the third, it's 21-13 Centralia. Back after these.
Why are more people heating their homes with FS Propane? Because it's better to work with a company that lives and works in the same community that you do. This is Aaron Cummins, your local Clay County FS propane specialist with South Central FS. South Central is a 9-county cooperative with highly trained employees that are dedicated to providing our residential, commercial, and agricultural customers a safe and reliable propane supply. Contact your local South Central FS propane specialist or visit us online at southcentralfs.com.
My name is Robin Stanford. I own Stanford Marketing. It's a promotional products business along with an embroidery business. And we do custom hats, t-shirts, anything, you name it, we can make it. People like that we do stuff in-house and we can actually make things here and that we're not contracting the work out to other places. We never say no. We always try to find a way to do it. If anybody can do it, we can do it. We are hardworking women, that is for sure. Come to Stanford Marketing in Flora for all your custom and promotional needs.
Welcome back, folks. So we're back at it, 3rd and 5. Big play for the Salem defense. They'd love to get the ball back here on the first possession of the half. Carson Green throws to his left, and he's got a man out there. The catch is made by Brooks. Jacob Brooks with the catch for about 9 yards, and that will get the first down. Yeah, we were watching the sideline during the timeout, and looked like Salem had a defensive alignment that was displeasing to the coaching staff. And I tell you, I think Salem's only got 10 guys out there right now. They do only have 10 players on the field. But it doesn't matter if they run right into the waiting arms of big old Blaine Phillips.
Tackled by Wildcats number 66, Blaine Phillips.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They got 10 guys out there again, don't they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 9. There's the last guys. All right, they got 11 out. Second down and 10. No gain on that run. Carson Green checking over on the sideline. He's having a fine ball game. The junior quarterback. He looks to throw. Checks out 3 receivers, throws over the middle. Great defense by Jacob Kenke. He hit Brooks at the exact right time. Broke up the pass. Kenke is going to get a sticker on his helmet from that one. Although I don't think Salem does helmet stickers. But he would. 9:38 to go. 3rd and 10 here in the 3rd quarter. It's an 8-point lead for Centralia. And again, a big play for the Salem defense. They need the football back. Trailing by 8. A little trickeration by the Salem defense as they're given a look. And Green is looking to the sideline, then doing some changes. Throw down to the left sideline. It is incomplete, intended for Brooks. Again, with him all the way down the sideline, Braden Aaron, outstanding defense, and then Kenke came over to finish him off. A really fine defensive possession for the Wildcats, and they'll get the ball back with a chance to tie. Heading back deep is Jacob Kenke. Stands on the 20. Pretty good wind again, about probably 5-6 miles an hour. Kenke backing up a little. A little bit more rush this time. Graham's kick is solid, bounces at the 23. Takes about a 3-yard Centralia bounce to the 20, and that's where the Wildcats will begin at their own 20-yard line with 9:20 to go here in the first half. Pardon me, 3rd quarter. We've been here 3 hours. 3rd quarter. 21-13. Orphans by 8. I've been hesitant to mention it, but I'll go ahead and mention it now. This was the final score back in 2019. However, Salem won that game 21-13. Just for those of you out there who keep track of numbers and such. Been a gorgeous night here in Salem after that rain came through.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Ball their own 20-yard line.
Braden Smith in the, Caden B in the Wildcat. Caden B at the tailback spot as under center was Green. B's going to pick up about 8 yards. Nice carry for B, a little change of pace. As the Wildcats had been running Braden Smith along with Caden Harris at that tailback spot. A little change of pace, putting Caden B back there. And that follows the Bill Reed rule of Wildcat football for 2021. Get the ball in Caden B's hands as often as you can. Again, now an I formation for the Wildcats. Hand off to the first man through. And it's going to be about a gain of 3 for Smith. He's going to have the first down. He needed 2, picks up 3. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
Number 67, Cade Verbal.
Cade Verbal on the tackle for Centralia. Mays and Kenke split out wide to the right side. Nobody wide to the left. Handoff again to B. B, a good burst of speed. He's got 10. He's going to end up with 13 and a first down. What I say in the first half, ladies and gentlemen, about fresh legs, that's what the Salem Wildcats are feeding a dose of right now to these Centralia Wildcats. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 42. B's going to come and take a seat now, so he'll be replaced in the lineup by Charlie Fehrenbacher. Charlie, big number 17. Last year, he was listed at 6'5". This year, he's listed at 6'4". You don't typically see a teenager shrink. But sometimes you do see roster hijinks. Hand off to Smith. He's going to pick up about 3. Gets dropped at the 45-yard line. Sometimes you do see roster hijinks. Fehrenbacher's a junior.
Tackled by Centralia number 56.
It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Wildcats. They trail by 8 points. Fehrenbacher bringing the play in from the sideline as opposed to the
2nd down, 8 to go on the Wildcat, 45-yard line.
As opposed to the Wildcats had been flashing in the signals from the sideline, flashing in play signals. Now they're going running the play in. Handoff again to Smith. He's through the line, and he's going to be dropped very near a 1st down. Gain of 7, possibly 8. I believe it is a 1st down for the Wildcats. They move the chains. 1st down, Salem. It's a great drive so far for the Cats. They're methodical moving downfield. Football at about the 47, 48-yard line of the Orphans. This drive started back at their own 20-yard line. Now a little bit of confusion. 10 seconds to go on the play clock. Wildcats have enough time to get everybody settled down. I think there's one too many guys on the line. No flag thrown, however. Toss screen to the left side. Catch by Harris. He's got the corner. He sprints down the sideline inside the 10, the 5. Touchdown! Salem Wildcats! A 48-yard catch and run. And a Wildcats with a chance to tie. Caden Harris showing that speed again. Little bubble screen cleared everybody out. And Caden Harris says, thank you very much. The Wildcats will send the offense back out and we'll go for 2 to try to tie the football game. With 6:08 to go in the 3rd. Into the shotgun. Goes Green. Smith next to him. The roll to the right. The pitch to Smith, and it's going to be not going to get in. Let's see what the flag is. There's a flag in the end zone. And let's see who it's on. If it's on Centralia, the Wildcats could try it again. And they're talking things over. I guess it's on Salem. Let's see what the indication is. Holding against Centralia. So I think the Cats are going to try it again. You got to try it again. Yeah, holding against Centralia. Bring the offense back out. Woo-hoo, say these Salem fans. The Centralia fans say, what happened? We just stopped that. What are you talking about? It was holding in the end zone, the defensive holding. And they will retry the try.
Holding on the defense.
As a lot of the Wildcats were, a few of the Wildcats were already sipping on the water. Jogging back out on the field, Devin Phillips says, you want me back? Yes, Devin, we need you back out there. All right, half the distance to the goal line. It's on the 1.5-yard line. Wildcats need it to tie. A little confusion over on the Centralia side. Hand it to Braden Smith and end the thing. And now another flag. Offside. Called against Centralia. Jumping across, Jackus Brown. He's had a great football game, but he just got a little anxious that time. And that'll move it inside the 1. Get under center and give it to either plunge or give it to Braden Smith, and don't worry about moving off to the sideline. Two receivers wide to the right. They're trying to clear out defenders. Hand off. Into the end zone, Caden Harris. And this game is tied. 21 for Salem, 21 for Centralia. With 6:08 to go in the third. We'll be back after these words.
Give me a lumber. Doors, paint, windows, electrical, plumbing, and much more. Oh yeah, give me all your guns too.
John Lucas,
What?
you better be dreaming about all the stuff we sell here at Zink Building Center.
Oh, I would. Zink Building Center in Louisville on Route 45. It's a cool place.
We like technology at Marion County Savings Bank. Here's what you can accomplish in our mobile banking app in less than 30 seconds. See account balances in your transactions, set up an account alert, make a transfer between accounts, get an alert text message about your transfer, pay a bill, turn your debit card off and then back on. It all happens in the palm of your hand with our free My Bank to Go app. Search My Bank to Go in the App Store or Google Play and give mobile banking a try. Marion County Savings Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Connors Tennyson set to kick it away, and he puts a little bit more in this one. It's going to be a bounce at about the 33 or 23-yard line. Nice job on the pickup by Camden Newcomb. He'll pick up about 12 yards, and it'll be dropped right around the 36-yard line. Check that. That was Marvin Myers on the return. Marvin Myers, number 2. So, 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. We have a brand new football game, 21-21. Just kind of what everyone expected. Those Shriners down there were saying that this, ladies and gentlemen, is the 72nd year that they have had this Shrine game, and what an accomplishment. Handoff goes to Amir Johnson. He's got nowhere to go. How about it? I tell you what a game Caleb Smith is having. Get some help from Braden Smith, and my goodness, Caleb Smith, the sophomore, has it looked like he was shot out of a cannon. And Amir Johnson, who was had a very fast first step back in the first quarter. He might have been beaten up a little bit, and he has been slowed down measurably. Second down and a long 12, short 13. Need to get just past the 45. Football laying at around the 32 to 33-yard line. Green back to throw, looks to his left. Rolls to his, he's going to run. He's under pressure. He's in some trouble. Nice move. Gets past Harris. He's going to get dropped at the 40 again by guess who? Caleb Smith again. Smith, as I recall, Coach Green telling me, I believe he was all-conference honorable mention last year as a freshman. And you just don't see that very much. So 3rd and 4 for Centralia. Huge play for the Centralia offense. They've got Caleb Wright in the backfield along with Carson Green. Trying to get the Wildcats to jump. Nearly got Harris and Smith to jump. They're going to take a timeout with 4:22 to go here in the third quarter. The momentum has shifted squarely to the Wildcats. And with 4:22 to go in the third, we're tied at 21. Back after this.
At your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville, you can count on experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, the Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville carry a large inventory of Napa products for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced associates understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville.
So, 3rd down and 4th upcoming for the Centralia Orphans. They have led all the way until just moments ago. Centralia scored 2 touchdowns back in the first quarter. Led 14-0 entering the second quarter. Led 21-13 at the half. And 3rd down and 4 here for the Orphans. Fake handoff. They throw to a screen off to the left side. Caught, and nice move for Daryl Jones. He's down the sideline at the 30, the 15, the 20, and he's going to get run out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. What a well set up play. That's the second time they've run that play, but this time they had the inside help blocked. And Daryl Jones just took advantage down the sideline for the gain of about 40 yards. Boy, that's a big one for this Orphans offense. So 1st and 10, football laying at the 21-yard line. Fake handoff on the keeper, and through the line is Green. He'll get across the 15. As there must be a penalty because the clock has been stopped. I didn't see, though, there's the flag in front of the offense. Going to be a illegal shift again by the Centralia Orphans, and that'll bring everything back. Should move it back 5 yards from the 21-yard line to about the 26. You're all bringing it back, right? Yeah. I think players from both teams just didn't know there was a penalty. Maybe the officials need to be a little bit more assertive. But that's a 5-yard penalty. Big play, or big penalty against Centralia. And what it was Davin Tabor moving at his wide receiver spot. He looks to the sideline, says, what I do? Well, Davin, you were moving right in front of the official. You can't do that. He's out here to the right side along with Jacob Brooks. 1st down and 15. 5 seconds to go on the play clock. Handoff to right, tries the left side, gets past one man. He's got some room, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds after a gain of about 9 or 10 inside the 20 to about the 17-yard line. And that was a ferocious straight arm by Caleb Wright. He had a smaller man out there, had probably about a 40 or 50-pound weight advantage. I think that was Braden Aaron taking the brunt of that. And he picked up 9. Try that left side again. This time he's not going to make it that far as Kinky's on him along with a host of his teammates. Shoved backwards and maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. The tricky part here is, though, inside the 20-yard line like this, Centralia has Will Graham in their arsenal. And that young man can kick a field goal from long distances. 3rd down and 7 for the Orphans. Orphans beginning to get a little bit tired out there. I see linemen with their hands on their hips and hands on their knees. As the play comes in, 3rd and 7. Put a man in motion. That's Jones. And back to throw is Green. Rolls to his left. Throws that direction. Incomplete. I think. Yes, incomplete. So, well, decision time for Coach Brad Gouway.
Pass intended for number 4, Daryl Jones, is incomplete.
4th down and 7. He's going to bring in the kicking unit. And a test of strength here for Will Graham. He sets the tee down at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 35-yard attempt with under 3 minutes to go here in the 3rd. The kick is off. It is long enough, and it is no good. Wide to the right. And with 2:50 to go, the Wildcats will take over inside their own, at their own 25-yard line. We'll be back. No, we'll keep it right here. I was going to go elsewhere. Let's just keep it right here. Check that. They're going to take over at their own 18-yard line. They go from the line of scrimmage on the kick. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. The defense steps up and have still held Centralia scoreless for the half. The offense would dearly love to have a drive like they had last time. 80 yards in about 10 plays. Actually, not that far. 80 yards and finished on that 48-yard run by Caden Harris. Like that any time, I suspect. Caden B, the tailback behind quarterback Green. Handoff goes to B. Bounces to his left. He outruns a couple of tacklers. Still on his feet to the sideline. He's going to get shoved out of bounds past the 40-yard line. Call it the 42. Pickup of about 24 yards for the Salem senior, Caden B. Out to the 42 now. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. And again, looking at the Centralia defense, they're gassed. You got fellas with hands on their waist, hands on their knees. They are tired here in the 3rd quarter. This might be one of those opportunities for Coach Green's as another big run. That's going to be 10 yards and another 1st down for B. This may be an opportunity for Coach Green's conditioning techniques to really kick in. Salem has a little different conditioning routine than just about everybody you've ever seen or heard of in high school football. There's 1st down. They're going to move the chains. They don't do wind sprints, folks. If you've ever played high school football, you certainly know about wind sprints, and that's not how they do things. Here in Salem, they changed a couple of 3-4 years ago, and it's very intriguing. They just run between everything. No stopping in practice. Handoff straight up the gut. Braden Smith across the 45 to about the 43. Pickup of 5 on the carry. Maybe not quite 5, about 4. And with 2:05 to go here in the 3rd quarter, it'll be 2nd down and a long 5, short 6 for the Wildcats. Fehrenbrocker bringing the play in from the sideline. That usually means it's going to be a shotgun. Now probably a under center for Green. With Smith behind him in the backfield. Harris the wingback. Handoff goes to Smith. He pushes through traffic. He's going to get across the 40-yard line. Going to be shy of the 1st down by about a yard, maybe a yard and change. Gain of about 4.5 on the play, just across the 40. So that's going to be a good yard and a half short. However, you got to figure the Wildcats, if they are stopped short, are probably in 4-down territory. Back into the lineup for the Orphans. Big old Tavis Parsakis coming in from the sideline after getting a rest. That always helps those big lugs in the middle. 5-3 set. Handoff goes to Harris, and he is met in the hole, and he isn't going to make it. Nice tackle. Really outstanding work out there on the tackle by Frank Basting. He got a hold of Caden Harris and bulldogged him to the ground. So the Wildcats will go for it on 4th down, 4th and 1. This will be a huge play for the Centralia defense. Hand off to Smith. He's got a big hole, and he's through for the 1st down across the 30-yard line. Needed 1 and picked up about 9. That was probably the final play of the half. Unless the Wildcats decide to see if they can't get one more this direction. They are going to try with 10 seconds left on the play clock. Why not? Don't give Centralia a chance to rest. Hand off again to Smith. Oh, face mask, and he's going to be pushed backwards. No flag? I cannot believe I don't see a flag on that. That's the end of the quarter. We'll see if they ever see it. I am astonished. So, after 3 quarters of play, well, you can't end a period on a defensive penalty, and they missed that one. How? How did they miss that? They sure did, though. Braden Smith glad to be coming out of there with his head. And I do not see, they're discussing it. But no, there's no penalty. My heavens. So that's the end of the third quarter with the Salem Wildcats driving. No, they did see it. Okay. Just not the personal foul face mask. They did see it. Where's the flag, by the way? I don't think they ever threw a flag. Again, I will reiterate, the officials need to be more assertive. After 3, it's 21-21. We'll be back after this.
If you're looking for a loan for your brand new home, call Clay County State Bank. If you want to transfer money so your future will look sunny, call Clay County State Bank. We got checking and savings and bill pay too.
An online bank, just ask our crew. For all your banking needs, we think you will agree.
Clay County State Bank is the place you need to be. Clay County State Bank.
Tomorrow, some fear the uncertainty it brings. Some trust the promise it holds. At Grinnell Mutual, we are always looking forward to tomorrow, growing and innovating. So even if the plans you have for the future aren't the same as the plans the future holds for you, you can be ready. Because we'll be ready, like we have been for over 100 years. Trust in that. Trust in tomorrow. Talk to your mutual agent today.
Your local agent is on the square. Louisville, Clay County Farmers Mutual Insurance.
All right, here we are, folks, an untimed down, and then we'll get another rest as they mark the 5 yards off. It'll be 1st and 5 now for the Wildcats at the 24-yard line of Centralia. One more play this direction unless Centralia commits another penalty. Penalties beginning to pile up on the Orphans this quarter. Handoff goes to Caden Harris as he tries the right side. He's going to pick up 2, maybe 3 yards, and he'll be stopped shy of the first down. It will be 2nd down and about, call it 3 for the Wildcats at the 23-yard line of the Centralia Orphans when we return. Only one score in that quarter, and it was for the Wildcats. We move to the 4th quarter with Centralia and Salem tied at 21. Back after these.
McGriff Triplet Funeral Homes is family owned and operated, serving several counties. Arrangements for yourself or loved ones can be made at our offices in Louisville and Kinmundy, or in the comfort of your own home. Pre-planning options help protect you from inflation and future unforeseen costs. We offer the highest quality of products for every price range. Visit us online at mcgriffandtripletfh.com to find out more.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Going beyond the expected. It's what they do at Pekin Insurance, and it's been their way of doing business since 1921. It's service that goes the extra mile, and product that provides the flexibility to meet all of today's insurance needs and tomorrow's as well. Stop by and see the agents at North Wayne Insurance Agency in downtown Flora and Sisney. They will provide the financial protection and peace of mind that you need and deserve. North Wayne Insurance in Pekin, beyond the expected.
And welcome back here to Salem for the 4th quarter. Centralia and Salem tied at 21. Handoff goes to Caden B. He's going to try the right side. He's got some room. Cuts inside. He's going to get inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. Centralia will have 1st and goal inside the 10. Do have some finals to give you. Fairfield defeats El Dorado 52-8. It is Cecil Valier over Vienna, 46-0. We'll have those two victors next week, undefeated teams in Fairfield. As at the train yard. Hand off to the first man through is Braden Smith. Bounces off his lineman inside the 5. He's still chugging. Touchdown, Salem! An 8-yard power run by Braden Smith. And the Wildcats get their first lead of the night. 27-21. They will send out Tennyson to kick the extra point with 11.5 to go in the game. He measures his steps. Chance to put his team up by 7. And every point counts whenever you've got the kicker that Centralia has. Good snap, but the ball is down, kick is away, extra point is good. So with 11.5 minutes to go in the football game, the Wildcats take their first lead of the night. They lead Centralia 28-21. Back after these.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
Come to Pagel's Silver Dollar Lanes, Monday through Sunday, to bowl, play pool, throw darts, have a drink at our full bar, try your luck on the machines, have a bite to eat, or take the kids to the arcade. If it's fun, it's at Pagel's Silver Dollar Lanes on Banker Street in Effingham. See you there.
Tennyson kicks it away. It's going to be a little bit short to the left-hand side. And gathered over there by Brooks. Jacob Brooks on the return. And the Orphans will have it inside or beyond their own 40-yard line at about the 38-yard line. Inside their own 40-yard line at the 38. So the Orphans, who have yet to score this half, need to get something put together. They have the Wildcats have outscored them 15-0 here in the second half, and they are chugging. Handoff goes to Amir Johnson. He fumbles. The ball's loose. He got it back. Did the fumble come when he was on the ground? Going to pick up a yard or two before being slung backwards. Caleb Smith again. And he's getting up limping, or not getting up. Maybe that looks like a cramp. And he's going to stay down. We'll see. We'll take a short break. We'll keep it right here, but the teams will take a break as Smith remains on the ground. Caleb Smith, just a sophomore, the linebacker, though, he has been outstanding for the course of the night, and they are holding his leg up like he is cramping. That kind of weather, it's going to happen. We're still over 80 degrees with 10:55 to go in this first game of the year. It's been warm all night long. And he is up and heading to the sideline. He did have a cramp. Got to sit out a play. I suspect we'll see him back in there very shortly. Other scores. Like I said, Breeze Central leads Trenton Westland 50-7. Murfreesboro over Carbondale right now, 28-21. Hannah Jonesboro over West Frankfort 41-0 at the half. Freeburg beat Sparta 56-6. DuQuoin over Chester 18-7. Nashville leads Johnston City, beat Johnston City, 30-6. 30-8, They've got two different scores down there. Second down, he did pick up a couple of yards. Need to get to the 48 for the first down. Centralia looking to tie. Green to throw. He's got a man, and it is incomplete. Overthrown. Intended for Davin Tabor. And that'll bring up a third down and 8. Defensive backfield doing nice work that time, as Kenke was there along with Braden Smith. And that stops the clock with 10 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Well, you know what a boost this would give the Salem defense if they could make it stop here on the first series of downs. Caleb Smith is back in the game here on 3rd and 8. Trips to the left, one man to the right. Man in motion is Jones. And he spins around the quarterback. Throw is to the left side. It is caught. Nice play. Caught by Tabor. And he is going to be brought down by Fehrenbacher along with Caden B. But a first down for Centralia. Boy, that was a well-designed play with Daryl Jones doing the circle and curly cue around the quarterback.
Number 17, Charlie Fehrenbacher.
First and 10 at the 45. No huddle offense for the Orphans. Clock is on the roll following the first down. And some switches going on in that Salem defense after Green looks to the sideline. Man in motion is Brooks. Over to the left side, 3 that direction. Handoff up, they'll fake a handoff. Handoff goes to your throw, goes to Jones. He makes the catch at about the 45. He'll get across the 40 to the 39, a pickup of 6 on the play. And Centralia off and running here late in the football game. 9 minutes, 50 seconds remaining. They're letting the big uglies rest a little bit between snaps as Green looks to the sideline. Carson Green, 5'9", 145 junior quarterback, waits for the play call. Still waiting. 13 seconds to go on the play clock. Plenty of time. He shouts instructions to his line and to Caleb Wright. Back to throw. Fakes it. Now the throw and go. Looks to throw. He throws down the sideline, incomplete. And Salem fans begging for a hold as Caleb Smith was held trying to chase the quarterback, right? No flag as it is. It'll be 3rd down and 5. You got to figure this is 2 down territory, or two down territory for the Orphans, considering the game situation. Under 10 minutes to go. Maybe they would punt it away with that weapon you have as your punter. Salem hopes to give them the opportunity to decide. And there they are going to get the opportunity to decide. The old double hut special gets the Wildcats. Offsides, 5-yard penalty. It'll be 3rd down and very short. Both defensive ends came across. Looked like Cole Johnson along with Blaine Phillips. Both got across the line of scrimmage. Johnson probably a little bit farther than Phillips. And with 9:12 to go, they did give him a first down. Okay. 1st and 10 for the Orphans. Green takes a look at the defense. Rolls to his right. He's got receivers that direction. A couple of them throws a wide open Connor Brooks. Wide open Jacob Brooks. And it's a first down for Centralia inside the 25-yard line to the 23. This drive is couldn't be going any better for Centralia if they'd asked.
Ball to Wildcat.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line of Salem. Taking their time. Plenty of time in the game. Salem with 2 timeouts remaining. 3 timeouts left for Centralia. Jones in motion to the right side. Handoff goes to right up the gut. He's going to pick up 2, maybe 3. Drop just shy of the 20-yard line. Nice tackle. Brittany Potter.
Tackled by Wildcat number 63, Devin Phillips.
And Devin Phillips.
Three yards on the carry.
Gain of 3 makes it 2nd and 7 as we roll under 8 minutes to play in the game.
20-yard line.
Salem leads by 7, 28-21. And Centralia's got a pretty doggone good kicker. Back to rolling to his right is Green. Throws that direction. The out pattern, the sideline pattern. Did he catch it inbounds? Yes, he did. That'll be a first down at the 12-yard line of the Wildcats.
Pass is complete to number 5, Camden Newcomb.
Camden Newcomb on the catch. Stops the clock. This ball game has been back and forth, back and forth. Centralia jumped out to a 14-0 lead. Salem climbed back in to make it 14-13. Then Centralia scored right before the half to make it 21-13 at halftime. Salem scored 2 touchdowns following that, including a 2-point extra point after some assistance from Centralia defensive penalties. Throw to the left side. Jones on the carry after the catch, and a flag is thrown. They're going to call holding, I believe, on Devin Tabor, as that's going to come back.
Tackled by Wildcat number 22, Braden Smith.
It is a hold. Well, now hold on a second. They're talking to Salem's captains to figure out what they want to do. Should be 10 yards from the spot of the foul, which was about the line of scrimmage. This line of scrimmage is the 12. This ought to put it back to about the 22. They're talking it over again. Want to make sure you get things right here in the 4th quarter with 7 minutes, 36 seconds to go. And I don't know what they're doing. Was it defensive holding instead? Couldn't have been.
Holding on the offense.
Oh, it's offsetting. Offsetting penalties. Face mask against the Salem Wildcats, and they'll just move the football back to the 12 and start to do it again. Holding on Centralia and face mask against Salem. Trips right. Brooks along with Jones and Tabor. One man out to the left is Camden Newcomb. They have tried to lob it in the corner with this formation recently. Now they switch 2 guys back to the left. Fake handoff to right and drilled in the backfield. What a huge play from the big man, Frank Pomeroy. Frank Pomeroy, 6-foot freshman. 6 foot, 295 pounds, and he makes the play of his career in his first varsity action. How about that? Loss of 5. Big number 76. He's probably a pretty fired up young man. Attaboy. 7 minutes to go in the game. 2nd and 15 from the 17. Green throws to the right side. It is caught. And B on the tackle. It's going to be a gain of about 8 inside the 10-yard line to probably the 7 or 8 yard line. See where they end up putting the football and make it 3rd down and call it 3rd and 7. 6.5 minutes to go in the game. Clock on the roll. Football laying on the 9. 7 yards for the first down. Trips left. Huge play in this game. 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Amir Johnson in the backfield. They roll to the left. A lot of room out there for the quarterback, and he's going to get inside the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Centralia. Green just picked his way through traffic, able to get in the end zone for the score. And the Wildcats, or the Orphans, will go for the tie. Will Graham comes out, sets the tee at the 10-yard line. 9-yard run. 9-yard fancy run for Carson Green. The snap is away, the kick is off, and it is good. With 6:02 to go in the game, we are tied again, 28-28, back after these.
You can trust what you meet and salt and strings, hot lunch, fresh sheets and salt and strings. Slice it up, saw it up, grind it up right. Want to supply your dinner tonight. You can trust what you meet and salt and strings.
Why are more people heating their homes with FS Propane? Because it's better to work with a company that lives and works in the same community that you do. This is Aaron Cummins, your local Clay County FS Propane specialist with South Central FS. South Central is a 9-county cooperative with highly trained employees that are dedicated to providing our residential, commercial, and agricultural customers a safe and reliable propane supply. Contact your local South Central FS Propane specialist or visit us online at southcentralfs.com.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, 6 minutes, 2 seconds to go. We have a brand new football game. Started out with 48 minutes to play. We were tied. We were tied at 21 with about 15 minutes to play. And now with 6 minutes to play, we are tied again, 28-28. Just like we're at the start of the game, Salem will get the football. And Will Graham will kick off back inside or at the 10-yard line. Are Gervais Mays and Caden B. When you see a kid with the leg of Graham, you think, I always think onside kick, but that'd be pretty gutty right now. We'll see what happens. See what Coach Gouway has up his sleeve. He doesn't have that up his sleeve, as that's going to bounce at the 3 and into the end zone. So Salem will have it at their own 20-yard line to start things off here.
Kick by Will Graham,
with 6 minutes, 2 seconds to go in the ball game. This has been a dandy. 28-28, we are tied. Can the sophomore quarterback making his first varsity start lead his squad downfield? His squad in green. Green helmets, green jerseys with white numerals, and white, red, and green striping down the side of the pants. Centralia, the Orphans, in their red on white. The Orphans, red pants, white jerseys with red numerals, and red helmets with their numeral on them. 6:02 to go from the 20-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Plenty of time for Salem. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Handoff goes to Caden B. Works his way through the line of scrimmage, falls backwards, and he's still on his feet. He's going to be near a first down. Gain of 9 on the play. I don't believe he's going to get to the first down mark. But boy, oh boy, what a run by the senior, Caden B. And getting up a bit slowly from that is David Tabor. And also getting up slowly, or not getting up, is Caden B. And it looks like he's cramping as well, as he talks to his sideline, says, hey man, let's help me out here. He has Gavin Lux helping stretch him first. Pardon me, Brennan Lux. 5 minutes, 35 seconds to go. They're in this kind of weather. What is the temperature now here at about 10 minutes till 10 o'clock? You asked, I'll tell you. with the score tied at 28 apiece. Second down and 1 will be what's facing the Wildcats. 77 degrees. However, you can see the air, and I'm guessing the humidity is pretty high right now. But not supposed to rain for a while, so that's good. 91% humidity. How about that? As B walks to the sideline gingerly. Figure he'll sit out a play or two. And probably the Wildcats will give the Orphans a little dose of Caden Harris or Braden Smith. .5:35 to go in the game. If you're wondering, Salem does have a field goal kicker. Probably not as strong a leg, however, as Centralia's field goal kicker. It is Braden Smith in the backfield at the tailback spot. He fakes the handoff. The pass caught by Harris across the 30 to about the 35, and he's going to get run out of bounds after drilling and knocking over Camden Newcomb. Newcomb says, oh man. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Salem. Where's the football? 1st and 10 for Salem at the 33-yard line. B remains on the sideline. Kenke and Mays on the right side. 5:27 to go in the football game. Clock is stopped as the runner went out of bounds. Handoff this time to Braden Smith. Chugs up the middle. He's going to pick up about 4 to around the 38-yard line.
Tackled by 85, Cam Tomljanovich.
5 minutes, 12 seconds to go. Clock will run.
Gain of 5 on the play.
If Coach Kevin Green had his druthers, he'd probably like to score with about 2 seconds to go on the clock.
Second down, 5 to go.
Mays heads wide to the left along with Kenke. Tight end on the right side, Cole Johnson. Braden Smith behind the quarterback. Handoff goes to Smith. Through the traffic. He's still on his feet. He's got a first down. He's to midfield. And he's going to be across midfield to about the 48. A gain of, call it 14. As he got through the secondary, the Orphans were, instead of tackling him, they were just trying to slap at the football and rip it away. And boy, oh boy, Braden Smith wisely, 2 hands on the ball. And the Wildcats are going to move to the I formation with the fullback being Caden Harris. Braden Smith the tail. Fake the tailback. On the run. And nowhere to go. A lot of trouble for Green. He's going to lose about 10 yards. And now late flag. Late flag is thrown, and that might be against the sideline. That is, I think that they said no late hit. The one official was shouting no late hit, no late hit. The red white hat, but the flag is still out there. Sideline, okay. Sideline warning against Salem. So the next time the sideline gets out on the field or shouts at a referee out there, it'll be a 5-yard penalty. As it is, it's a loss of 10. It'll be second down and a loss of 9. Second down and 19 from the 42-yard line. They need all the way to the 39 of Centralia.
Second down.
With 4 minutes to go.
On the Wildcat 42-yard line.
And there might be some throwing in the future. Throw off to the side to Mays. He's going to pick up about 5 to the 46. Which brings up third down. Under 4 minutes to go. 3 minutes, 48 seconds. Clock on the run as he was stopped and pushed backwards in the field of play. So third down and about 15 for Salem. That botched first down play looming large. Third and 15, gain of 4 on that play. Is B back in? I do not see him. Mays over here wide to the right. Kenke wide to the left. Fake throw to Mays. The throw and go. He heads down the sideline, and it's almost picked off. In the hands of Davin Tabor. Unable to haul it in, though, and the Wildcats have to punt it away. The problem there is Caden B is their punter, and is he going to be able to go out and kick? He will head back out to kick it away. 3 minutes, 7 seconds to go in the football game. We're tied at 28, and the Salem defense is going to have to step up. With 15 yards to go, would Caden B think about a fake? I doubt it. Good snap. Punt is a good one. It's going to be fair caught at about the 12-yard line, and that's where Centralia will begin at their own 12, 13-yard line. So with 3 minutes to go, Salem had the football, unable to convert, unable to get points. Let's see what the Centralia Orphans can do. They have their full complement of timeouts. As we are tied again at 28-28. Centralia led 14-0 earlier. They scored the first touchdown on a Amir Johnson run, and then Amir Johnson a 4-yard plunge at the end of the first quarter. Caden B responded with a 40-yard screen pass and a run. And then Caden Harris with a 62-yard run. 3 minutes to go in the ball game. 3 timeouts remaining for Centralia. Carson Green fakes the other side. He's going to get hit. Hit and sacked. A loss on the play. A huge blitz by Blaine Phillips. Blaine Phillips on the hit. And a loss of about 6 yards. And I got to tell you, if you're a Centralia fan, you got to be pleased and surprised that Green held on to that football. He took a shot. 2.5 minutes to go now. Clock on the run. Second down and 15 for Centralia. Salem's got a couple of timeouts left. Did they ever start burning them? See if they can get the football back in regulation. We'll see. Back into the shotgun. Looking to his left, caught by Amir Johnson. Nice cut. And he's going to gain about 10 back. But he stopped at the 18-yard line. That's going to bring up a third down and about 4. And the clock rolls under 2 minutes. First down is the 23-yard line. Football lays on the 19. This has been a whale of a football game, folks. We hope you enjoy watching. Johnson on the right side. Fake handoff. Green with the keeper. He's got close to first down. Now he does have first down. He cuts down the sideline. He's got one man to beat. Oh my heavens. What speed for Carson Green. He's going to score on an 81-yard run. Unbelievable. 81-yard scamper down the sideline following the fake to Johnson. And Carson Green burns the Salem defense. Well, Salem's got time. They've got 1:24. But oh boy, the enthusiasm on the Salem sideline went from high to extremely low right now with 1:24 to go. An 81-yard run down the sideline. How about that? 34-28. Kick is on the way, and it is good. So with 1:24 to go. 7-point lead for Centralia. We'll be back right after this word.
My name is Robin Stanford. I own Stanford Marketing. It's a promotional products business along with an embroidery business. And we do custom hats, t-shirts, anything, you name it, we can make it. People like that we do stuff in-house and we can actually make things here and that we're not contracting the work out to other places. We never say no. We always try to find a way to do it. If anybody can do it, we can do it. We are hardworking women, that is for sure. Come to Stanford Marketing in Florida for all your custom and promotional needs.
So welcome back to Salem, 1:24 to go, and a astonished Salem sideline and grandstand bleachers as Carson Green puts a charge into the Centralia fans over there. They were whooping it up as he turned the corner. He got out in the open, and he just outran Braden Aaron. Aaron had an angle on him, but he could not catch him. Back deep, Mays along with B. And B will take it at the 1. He comes straight up the gut, cuts to his left. He's going to be knocked down at about the 24. And that's where the Wildcats will start. I think, I got to tell you, I think the Orphans took advantage of B not playing that set of the defense because he was coming off that cramp. The Wildcats gambled that they could save B for the offense only. B might have been able to run him down, but no, sir, says Carson Green. So 35-28, 2 timeouts remaining for the Wildcats. They have the football at their own 24. Trips right, 3 receivers to the right side. Now B moves to the left, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield for Samuel Green. Green throws it to the right, Smith has it. And he's gonna get, he does not get out of bounds. Clock continues to roll. Has the first down, or did not get the, that's a first down.
6 yards on the play.
No, he did not, just picked up 6. I was looking at the wrong yard line. A minute to go, under a minute. Salem taking too much time. That's 25 seconds between plays. They can't afford that. Throw it to the screen. That's Braden Smith. He's got some room down the middle. He's going to be dropped at the 45.
Pass is complete to number 22, Braden Smith.
Nice tackle by Jones. Darrell Jones on the tackle before he was hit by his own teammate. Camden Newcomb came down right on him. 38 seconds to go. Clock on the run. You got to go, Salem. You're run out of time. Green throws to the right side. And incomplete, probably fortunate for Salem that was not caught because it stops the clock with 29 seconds to go. That was Gervais Mace on the drop, but it was a fortunate drop, ladies and gentlemen, trust me. 35-28 the score. 2 timeouts remaining for Salem. You figure maybe time for 3-4 plays. Clock stops with the first down in high school. Trips to the left. 2 receivers to the right. Empty backfield for Green. Throws it to the right side. Smith has it, and he's out of bounds. Picking up 5 yards at a time. They don't have time for that. It'll be second down and check that, 3rd down and 7. Got to get a first down, which would stop the clock. And remember, you got 2 timeouts left. Samuel Green heads over to the sideline, talks to his dad, his coach. He's both, Kevin Green. 3 to the left. That's the wide side of the field. That's the direction Green looks. He's going to run. Got a little bit of room, and he's not going to get very far. Loses the football. It's on the ground. Timeout taken by Salem with 17 seconds to go. Salem recovered the football. I think he may have already been down whenever the ball came loose. As it is, it'll bring up a 4th down, and we'll keep it right here on this 4th down and 6. They need to get to the Centralia 45-yard line for a first down. If they don't, the game's over. If they do, the clock would stop. And if you're Salem, probably would go up and clock it, snap the football quickly, and throw it down. You can do that in high school now. Couldn't do that until 2 or 3 years ago. But you can now do that in high school. That would leave you about time for 2 plays. Maybe 1 play. The Wildcats do have 1 timeout left in their pocket. And the Orphans, right now, they're going to have to go into prevent, line up about 30 yards down the field. Don't let anybody pass you. However, from the Wildcats scoring on runs and passes of 40 yards and 62 yards and 48 yards, we know that they have big playability. 17 seconds to go here on Wabash Cats TV. And a dandy. It's 35-28, 7-point lead for Centralia. They were down 28-21, scored 2 touchdowns and a timeout taken by Centralia. Salem scored with 11.5 minutes to go here in this 4th quarter. And Centralia went on a 80-yard, 70-yard, 5-minute, 25-second drive. Scored on a 9-yard run from Carson Green, and it was a thing of beauty, folks. His 9-yard run over the left-hand side, faked the handoff, and then he just picked his way through traffic over the left side of the line. That was with 6:05 to go. The Salem Wildcats got the football back. They drove about 40 yards, but had to punt it away. And whenever they punted it away, Centralia had it inside their 10-yard line, their own 10-yard line. Got out to the 19. It was third down and about 4. And Carson Green sprinted down the right-hand sideline for an 81-yard touchdown. That was with 1:24 to go. Now there's 1 timeout remaining, 4th and 5 for Salem. Back to throw. Green throws deep. He's got a man. It's Mays, and it's just short. Mays was open. He was open. Had to adjust his route to try to get to the football and could not catch it. What a tough loss the Wildcats are going to suffer here tonight in about 10.5 seconds. First and 10 for Centralia, and they'll most likely go to the favorite formation of anybody, the victory formation, where Carson Green will take a snap, take a knee, and Centralia will move to 1-0. Salem will fall to 0-1. Next week, Centralia will be at home. We'll have them, as they'll host Alton Marquette. The snap, the clock is running. Salem's not going to stop it. And Centralia wins. They get the annual Shrine Bowl for this year. Take it back from Salem as the Wildcats win it 35-28. Let's run down the scoring for you, maybe give you a few finals from around the area, and then sign out here from Jim Finks Field. Scoring started back in the 1st quarter on a 15-yard scamper by Amir Johnson for Centralia. That was with 4:53 to go in the 1st. The kicker, Will Graham, his kick was good. That made it 7-0 in favor of the Orphans. Graham, by the way, 5 for 5 on extra points tonight. He did miss his 1 field goal attempt. Hey, it's good to see that they're shaking hands again rather than keeping to the sideline. That's good. The last play of the 1st quarter, Centralia scored again on an Amir Johnson 4-yard plunge. Graham's kick again good. That made it 14-0. Salem responded with 9:04 to go in the 2nd on a 40-yard screen pass to Caden B. Tennyson's kick was good. That made it 14-7. And then Caden Harris scored on a 62-yard run with 4:41 to go in the half kick was blocked. That made it 14-13. Centralia rounded out the first half scoring on a 5-yard keeper from Carson Green with 3:35 to go in the second quarter. Graham's kick good. That made it 21-13 at the half. Salem scored the next 2 touchdowns of the game in the third quarter. It was a 48-yard screen catch for Caden Harris. Catch and run. Harris' run was good, tying the game at 21 apiece. And then with 11 and a half to go in the fourth, Braden Smith scored on an 8-yard power run. Tennyson's kick was good. That made it 28-21 Wildcats. Centralia responded, however, with 6:05 to go in the fourth. A 9-yard run by Carson Green, and then the shocker with 1:24 to go in the ball game, an 81-yard Carson Green sideline run as he out-sprinted the Wildcat defense. Graham's kick was good, then that made your final score 35-28. Just a quick look at scores from around the area. Well, I won't look at it. I missed it. Let me tell you where we'll be next Friday. Next Friday, we will be here in Salem as they host Alton Marquette. That game at 7 o'clock. That's about when we'll go on the air as the Wildcats try to get past the Warriors, the Crusaders, pardon me. And then also we'll be in Fairfield next Friday night as Cesar Valier takes on the 1-0 Fairfield Mules. 1-0 Cesar Valier or 1-0 Fairfield Mules. 0-1 Salem Wildcats for next week. Hey, we'd like to thank all of you folks for watching tonight. Without you folks, we certainly would not be able to do it. And thanks again to all of our sponsors for tonight's football game. For all of us at Wabash Catch TV, my name is Bruce Dickey, reminding you tonight's final score. It was Centralia over Salem, 35-28. So long from Jim Finksfield.